Well, ladies and gentlemen of the world, it does look like once again we are live and kicking. We have survived another week, another day, another month, another year. Let me get us set up here so I know what we're doing. Oops.
Whether it's been a good day or a bad day, your first day.
Whether it's been a good day or a bad day, we are here for you. We just are. I think I got too much color on my face. Don't I look like or do I? How do I look like on the TV? My monitor looks like I'm an Oompa Loompa. Do I look like an Oompa Loompa? Can't tell. Is it Oompa Loompa time? Kind of look like her. I look like Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa. Doo-dee-dee-day. Let's see if I look the same way. It's been a good week so far. It's 105 degrees where I'm at today. 105 degrees. Yes, it was. We got to thank you all for joining us this week in the extreme heat, the torture of the day. Let me get over. Ooh, I saw some lightning off in the distance. Yes, let there be rain. Am I not Oompa Loompa in? Let me see what's going on here. Am I not live? Yeah, I kind of look like Oompa Loompa. Remember that the cool kids become members of the channel, and it's too dang hot not to be cool. Yes, I think I look like Oompa Loompa. I look like I live in Florida where the sun is going and all that's doing well. I've been trying to figure some things out today. I did take a nap, which I was really happy about. I don't usually take afternoon naps because of my paranoia about falling asleep and slipping back into a coma. But I did take a nap today. But now I feel like I'm tired, more tired than ever than before. So, all right, let me see where I'm at. I was talking to a bunch of people earlier online all day, dealing with messages, answering questions. Trying to conquer the world of social media because we all know that somebody has to be the king of social media. Why can't it be me? Or my dog Lily? All right. While we're waiting and hanging out, I'm going to search the news. Want to know what's going on in the news today? I did make some chicken fettuccine today. I haven't made the pasta for it yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I just made the sauce and everything in the chicken tonight. Tomorrow for lunch, I'll make the pasta, so it's fresher. Is what the big plan is for lunch tomorrow. Yeah, I am trying to see. What in the world is going on over there in the world? Any exciting news going on? Everybody hates Trump. Okay, that's not news. They're trying to smear his name, saying he's sleeping with somebody. That's nothing new. I don't know. Let's see. Is there any good news? I don't know if there's ever any good news on TV anymore, on the internet. Ken says, hello, good to see you. Hello, everybody. Yes, Ken, the thumbnail is some friends of my wife who are single. Those are her single friends. And that's probably a year or two old, the picture, but we sent them all those outfits, matching outfits. They wanted matching outfits from from America. So Lorelai picked them out and sent it to them. And they took that photo. But they took others. But that's the only one that doesn't show anything that's not inappropriate. So hope you had a good live stream yourself today. There was something that passed today about the housing industry or the housing stuff. I didn't read it all because I was taking my nap. Devil in disguise is in the news. Always a female, it seems. Good evening to everybody. Pastor and wife traveled the country preaching before the abuse case, and they're disturbing relative. Damn religious people, man. You got to watch people that go around saying how much like God they are. You know, those people that run around telling everybody how great they are and how they know all the answers to salvation and God and all of that crap, you know. You got to watch out for some of them people. Some of them are the worst people in the human beings. Apparently Harry and Meghan Markle, or whatever their names are going back to the UK, which is fine with us. We don't really care. Oh, looks like a bear was looking for food and ate a car. That's interesting. Apparently there's more drama in the women's basketball league, which I guess is the only thing they really have. So I will drop I already did it, but let me drop it again. Here's a link. If anybody wants to join us on the panel, you're welcome to. What was the housing news that was passed? Let's see. Let me see if I can find that. Because there's not a lot I care about in the news. But things about, what cost me money. I like to know about. Other than that, I don't really care a whole lot about the news. So it's called the Road to Housing Act. I guess everybody liked it. It's supposed to speed up the environmental reviews for housing additions. I don't know about that. Encourages construction of single-family homes, townhouse apartments, and mixed-use developments. A lot of grant money going to people to steal. Okay. Zoning and development initiatives. All right. I don't know about that one. Manufactured and modular home reforms eliminates the permit chassis requirement. Oh, that's interesting. HUD gains authority over energy efficient standards. If you guys don't know this, if you didn't know this, that you couldn't get a real loan on a mobile home as long as it had a trailer frame under it. So if you didn't know this, join a bit, I'll be here. So anytime a trailer, and one, if it was past or before 1972, it didn't have a serial number on it, It was considered like a unlicensed farm trailer. After 1972, they started putting serial numbers on them, and they could be registered as real property. But as long as it did not have a fixed foundation and the undercarriage was removed, it would never be a permanent resident. It was always considered a temporary residence. So it looks like they're changing that. Why is that good? Because if you want to go live in a 55 plus community, you can now borrow money to buy one of those trailers in a 55 plus community. That's good. Before, you had to buy it through the bank, like on your own personal credit, a personal loan, things like that. But now they're going to look at it as a fixed property or real property. Could be good or bad. I don't know, but that changes that game a little bit. I still don't think banks are going to give you big loans on those type of things. Federal housing updates, more loans for multifamily and manufactured housings, small dollar mortgage programs. Home builders and developments will more than likely benefit. I don't know if we will as people, renters and first-time buyers may see improvements in the housing availability. I don't know. And two, institutional investor. I don't know if I like it. I don't know. What it sounds like to me, the government has made it easier to build neighborhoods, to build apartments. Well, that's good for the builders, but not necessarily, that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to pick them up at a fair price. It doesn't mean that prices are going to be fair. And to be honest, I guess I don't want them to be fair as long as I'm trying to sell my house. If I got property I want to sell, I don't want it to be fair. If I got property I want to buy, then I want it to be fair. Kind of shitty of me, but it goes both ways. The real interesting thing that I hope works before we decide to move or do anything when we can is if Trump has his way, and there is support for this, lifetime mortgage, meaning you can take the interest rate that you currently have on your home. So those people that bought a house at 5%, 4.5%, 3%, 2.5%, if this passes, they can take that mortgage with them, or that percentage, when you buy your next house. Versus like today, if you bought a house at 4% and you go buy another house, you're going to pay close to 6.5%. So that eliminates a lot of us from going, hey, I would not be able to buy the same type of house. I would have to pay a lot more money out of my pocket just to have the exact same house in a different location, or to carry a similar mortgage. It adds, for every 1%, you basically add roughly a couple $100 to your mortgage. So you could expect to pay $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 more a month on the new interest rates versus if you bought at 4.5%, just depending on a lot of little factors. But if they do pass it, what it's going to mean is that everybody would be able to take their current rate, keep it, and buy a new house at that same loan rate. Not for sure how the businesses will like it and how the mortgage companies will like it, but they might, because that might mean, because you still get closing fees. You still got people wanting to buy it. Now you get more people wanting to buy houses, because if I can take the same interest rate I have on this property and transfer it to another property, well, then I'm more than likely to sell. But if I got to pay 2 points more, that's a big hindrance for me. That's a low blow. So that might be interesting how that works out and how we see that goes. Oh, there's a whole bunch of bodies found somewhere. Let's see what's going on here. You know, I like a good murder mystery. Remains were found in the East River in Minnesota. A Minneapolis area. They've gotten 3 different bodies the last few days. So they might be thinking there's a serial killer going. There's a lot of them up in that area. I don't know why serial killers want to go live where it's cold, but this is over on the Minneapolis has a history of serial killers, believe it or not. It's a hotbed of crazy people. There was a body discovered in Florida, missing college student. That one will probably get more attention than anything. Oh my gosh. An 88-year-old boy was killed when a tree fell on him at a YMCA. Man, that sucks. A school teacher was found dead with his throat slit. Jesus Christ, what's going on? Montana boy killed after being flung from a carnival ride. Holy crap and bug parts. What in the hell's going on in the world today? There does seem to be a lot of criminals in Florida. All right, Patrick. Seems like there's a lot of criminals in Florida. I don't know, and I'm sure it's everywhere, and maybe it's because I pay attention to Florida news. But it does seem like there's a whole lot of scamming going on in the state of Florida. There's always something like credit card fraud or mortgage fraud or elder abuse or something going on in the great state of Florida. We're starting to have a bunch of crime here where I live. We've had a shootout the other day where 2 young men were shot and killed in like a gang style shooting. So even my part of the little world, my poor old little country town, is no longer a poor old world country town. It's becoming a disaster zone. Pat goes, hello, Ken, good to see you. Ken is in the house. Pat goes, hello, how are you, Ken?
I'm good. How are you?
Ken is in the house.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so used to doing live streams without speakers.
Yeah, I need to make some adjustments here.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't want to echo. I hopefully don't echo on your show. Okay. I really should turn a light on. I'm sitting here in the dark, as you can see. It is raining here again.
Well,
that's not why I'm sitting. Yeah, we don't need any more rain, though. We've got too much rain as it is.
We haven't had any. We're dead here.
I keep hearing that about people. So let me turn a light on.
Well, I look like Oompa Loompa today.
Hey, what's up?
Patrick's in the house. Good to see you, Patrick.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Ken, what's up?
What's up?
I do. Patrick, do I look like Oompa Loompa? I kind of feel like I look like Oompa Loompa.
All right. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, she video called me tonight. And,
Uh-oh.
yeah, the one from Mexico. Well, we're not together, but she's wanting me back. And, well, it seems like she wants me to go live in Philippines. I was like, no, I cannot do that. You can't do that. And I said, told her, I said, you can come here you know. You can work if you want, you know. But I think it's her daughters, really.
What do you mean?
Well, at first her daughters didn't want to come, and then they wanted me to keep on sending money. And I was like, no, I can't do that at the moment, you know. And I said, if you were here yourself, I said, I'd leave the girls behind and you can bring the grandbaby, you know. But the two daughters kind of heard that earlier, you know.
Right.
And it's been going on for a little while, you know. She only had 3 things to get done, you know, with her paperwork, you know, just come here, you know.
Okay.
But she just kind of, I just told her earlier, it's like, you messed that up, you know. But at first, you know, we talked here a while back, and she said that she was too afraid, you know, too afraid to go to Manila for an interview, you know. So, I don't know.
Everybody said hello to Richard. Richard, good to have you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Richard, you're welcome to join us on the live stream, the panel there. You just click on the link that says StreetYard, and you can be invited up on the panel. And you can be part of the cool kid club because it's 104 degrees here. Well, Patrick, how do you feel about all of that? What do you think? Ken, what do you think of what Patrick just said?
I can neither confirm nor deny what I really want to say. That's tough. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
tough.
Yeah.
Does she have the means to get herself over here?
Well, what it was when I was in there in 2024, had all the paperwork done. And the only thing she had to get done was her x-rays, birth certificate, ID, and then her passport. She would have been done, and then she was getting ready to have her interview after I left.
For the K1? For the K1?
Yep. And as soon as I got that done, then she took half that money that was supposed to be what they told her through an interview before I left. They had a video call through Christian Filipina. Then they had the immigration there beside, because they're next door to each other. They're in Manila, and that's where Christian Filipina headquarters is at, is next door to the embassy, and then they got another headquarters in Hawaii.
Okay.
So I actually met the founder of Christian Filipina.
Okay.
And so he actually had a talk with her, and then there was a love specialist that was with him that had a talk with her, and they said, "Are you able to go to the Philippines to have your interview with us?" And she said yes. And then with the money that she had, it wasn't really much she had in pesos, just enough to pay what she had to get X-rays, the passport, and all that other stuff, you know, an ID, you know, and then the interview.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they gave me a call, and they said she didn't come. They said, "How come?" I said, "Well, I have no clue why she didn't want to come."
Yeah.
And now she admitted it, that she was afraid to go to her interview, you know.
Why? Why was she afraid of the interview?
Well,
that's my thought.
The way I take it is, I told her once, I said, your 2 daughters depend on you too much. One, she's gotten gray hair now. Yeah. And she's salt and pepper hair, but she's gotten a little older. But I said, your daughters depend on you a lot. Can't they at least give you a break? I said, you can come here and get a job, do whatever you want, you know. There's food on the table, you know. She was all happy for that all at once, but her daughters come into that, and I don't know. They didn't want to come
How old
either.
are the daughters?
The daughters, oh my gosh, they're probably 18, 19 now. As far as I know now, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they had boyfriends, and I sat there thinking, like, telling her, I said, let the boyfriends support them. You know, they had their own babies, you know.
Well, maybe there's been a shift because Mama knows that the daughters are grown up now.
Right.
And they can stand on their own 2 legs. And maybe it's time for Mama to look out for herself, right?
Right.
Maybe that's a contributing factor to her reaching out and her desire. Now, the good news is if you've been to the Philippines, you got the evidence for the K1, you could restart it pretty easily.
Yeah.
So it's still going to cost money and time and effort, but you could do that.
Yeah.
So the real question I would look at is, because look, we could debate their motivation left and right, up and down. We could argue it's all about money, it's all about this, it's all about that. No, it's really this. You know, motivation doesn't really matter on the big scale. If the only question you really need to ask is, do you want to pursue that line? Do you want to go down that road?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good point.
So that's kind of the question. Do you want to go down that road? Richard, welcome in. Thank you for joining us on the panel.
Homie's in the house. Hello, Rich.
Hello. I hope you're doing well tonight. So what are you going to do next, Patrick?
Well, the thing is, I talked to one of the other guys that's on there, and I asked him that time, and he says about what I filled out and she had filled out, and he says since you two are no longer together, he said you could just leave it in. What it's all has been signed into the computer, And he sat there and told me, he said, you could just leave it alone, or we could still keep the status open if she doesn't want back, or we can just cancel it. Yeah.
Okay, but what do you want to do?
Me, I know I couldn't live there in the Philippines counting my health. That's the thing.
I think we lost Richard. The aliens got Richard.
But I explained that to her tonight. She says, can you come here and live? I was like, no, I cannot do that. No.
Well, okay, let me ask you this, because I like to ask questions.
Sure.
What do you think her motivation is? Because now we want to talk about motivation a tiny bit. What do you think her motivation is in wanting you to come to the Philippines?
Well, the thing is, the way I see it, what she explained to me tonight, she says, well, can you send me money? I was like, no, I cannot do that because I got something in October, something going on. Which, not the trip to Branson, that there's a little thing with my ex-wife going through some shit,
Right.
But I kind of explained to her, I said, I got things wrong with my son's mother right now. I'm trying to take care of it. And then she says, well, why can't you come here and support me here and live here in the Philippines? It's like, and I explained that to her the first time. I said, I would, but my health's not that good, And now she's asking tonight. She goes, can you come? Can you come and stay here in the Philippines? Like, no, can't do that. So I told her 3 times,
How old is she, Pat?
She is 45 now. 45.
Okay. And you're in your early 50s, I believe?
Yeah, I'm 51. Yeah.
The
That's not
aliens
bad.
brought Rich back. They dropped him back. They took him away, examined him, and threw him back.
Yeah. The aliens.
Now, I did talk to one of her sisters here about 2 months back ago. And I'll explain this to Brother Dave and everybody. Her 2 sisters said the reason why, sister says maybe she probably got scared going to Manila on her airport, but she said one of the other sisters had told me it's probably the 2 daughters. They depend on the mother a lot, which I explained tonight. And so the sister says the daughter shouldn't be able to have them like the grandmother, take care of them, and plus the daughter, the kids, because they're all grown up in age, working. So the 2 boys is working, but the 2 girls no.
So did I understand correctly that the daughters have children as well?
Yes, they have children, yeah.
So they probably want mom not to leave to take care of their kids.
Yeah, they want the mom to take care of the grandkids, yes. Yeah.
Right. Well, there was a wise old man I used to watch on the YouTube that said, fish in your own pond. And you're kind of in your pond, so that's good. Yeah, Dave Exactly right.
Right, Dave's right.
I like that little visual. That's kind of cool. Uh,
So, yeah, I think but age wise, you're fishing in the correct pond. But all they're looking for is the person who has a wallet.
Mhm.
yeah, sounds
I hate to
like
tell
it,
you,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
they need, and I can give you an example that we're going through right now with some friends ourselves. But it's not like she called you up and said, "Woo, I missed me some Patrick. Oh my goodness gracious, boy, you've gotten handsome and charming, and I miss you. Woo, you know what I mean?" He said, "You got to give me some more loving, Patrick. I've been missing you these couple of years. I've been missing you." So, I look, and what good, and I guess my point, and maybe Rich can chime in with his wisdom from the aliens that he got taken away from today, is what do you think would happen if you brought her to America? So work it through your mind how that would work out.
Go ahead. We'll wait.
I think he's thinking.
I think he is thinking too. My question would be, while he's thinking, is would you marry her if she came to the States?
Which one you talking to, me or who?
Yeah, Dave's
Yeah.
still married. I'm still single, and Rich ain't never getting married.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I'd marry her if she come to the United States. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
but I've tried to tell her, I've actually moved on, but no.
Okay. But Dave's got a good question. If she were to suddenly show up in Indiana, what would
Get
you
my
want to do?
connection.
What would your plan?
Yeah,
what
my
would
connection.
you-
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
We'll be here. Good old internet.
Yeah, I have this weird thing that I don't know, and I talk a lot about this. I'm a negotiator and I'm an adult. So I believe that it is perfectly okay for people to say, look, I'm going to bring you to America and you're going to be my wife and we're going to live together. Here's what I expect. Here's what you expect. It's kind of like a business deal. And if we're both happy with that, then hey, more power to you. So as adults, you can do that. As but if you're looking for love, that's not love. It's a business deal.
Yeah.
Jamie's in the house. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you. You know what I mean? I know. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I right?
No, I think you're right, spot on, exactly right.
Because
I learned it. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I learned a term today that I kind of feel embarrassed that I didn't know until today.
What's that?
AFAM.
American Family?
Well, apparently means you're married in the Philippines, but you got an American boyfriend who supports you. Yeah, I did not know that till today. I'm learning so much today. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, that happens more than you think. Everybody's
I
hello to
imagine.
Jamie.
Yeah. I said hi in chat. Oh, you know what? Did I hit the right button?
No, you didn't say hi to Jamie. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am. I said hello. 1103. I said, at Unbothered. Hello, Jamie. I actually got her name right this time. She's had so many names lately. We can't keep up.
Let me get back here.
Normally you have an avatar.
Rich
Who
has
has an avatar?
I think she's meaning Rich. I am an avatar. You guys just don't know it.
You do look so on the live stream, you look more pink than you do on the StreamYard.
Ah, that's good because I feel like I look like Loompa Loompa.
You're pretty orange on the stream, actually.
That's because of my cheap camera. that I do StreamYard on. The camera that I like using on when I do video recording on my desktop is not compatible with StreamYard. So unless you want to pay the extra money, they make you use the cheap cameras on StreamYard, the low quality.
Right.
And
I've got a Logitech C920, I think it is. I got two of them. They're good cameras. I like them.
Well, it's a good camera, but StreamYard dummies it down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not going to let, unless you're willing to pay them, you get the bottom tier everything. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, StreamYard's pretty popular, though. I know a lot of people that use it.
It is. It's cheap. It's easy. Really user-friendly. You know, you can do all kinds of bells and whistles, but I don't see any need in all that. Patrick. Back in the house, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, signal went out. Yeah.
He's outside holding his phone up and going, I'm back.
Oh, really? Okay,
oh, man.
The comments.
So the StreamYard's got a free version as well, right?
Yeah.
Pretty limited.
20 free hours a month is what you get. That's pretty good. I never ever, when I was doing StreamYard every week, I used to do StreamYard every week. On Thursday nights, we did a 2 to 3 hour live stream for, God, years until I got burned out completely. But I never paid for never had a problem with it.
Right.
Never used it. I had a lot of friends who bought the package and they quickly realized, well, this is kind of a waste of money. And you can incorporate it in with the other platforms as well.
Right.
And you can tag if you got the premium, you can also go live on Facebook at the same time, multiple YouTube accounts at the same time. If you got the basic free program, you can only pick one or the other.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of YouTube, have you seen the couple of things that you can do up to three live streams on the same stream key?
What do you mean by T? Stream T what?
You get when you do a live stream from the way I do it through OBS, you use a stream key.
Yeah, okay. Key.
And you can do up to three on one key.
Yes.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, I don't use OBS at all. So I try to just when I do YouTube, I just go straight through YouTube. I don't mess with any of the other. I like to keep things simple and.
Can you do straight to YouTube from a computer?
Oh yeah, sure.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, instead of doing this, I could go live just on YouTube. You just go live. When you go to your what do you call that? Your studio, or you just go to your page. Yeah. There's a little thing that says go live, and it brings up all the things you need to go live. Yeah.
I'll have to
do it just like this right here.
Something else
versus on your phone. Because tonight I'm not even on my phone. Jamie was asking Rich how he was, and he said, well, Jamie, you scared me. I had to go away. The aliens came and got me.
Aliens, yeah, doggone it.
You know. So.
He's not back on Zoom. Now, I'm trying an experiment tonight that I'm currently on your StreamYard, and I'm still logged into my Zoom, and they can hear me, but they can't see me because obviously I've only got one camera that I'm using right now.
Your camera can only do one thing at a time.
Right, one at a time.
But depending on your CPU, you can plug in multiple cameras.
Oh yeah.
And all of that. But that's a little bit more complicated. So. Yeah,
not to be like it's going to sound, but I have 4 different cameras, and I got 2 of them actually hooked up.
Yeah.
And it's not an issue. But I mean, I used to think I knew a lot about this stuff. I don't know nothing about this stuff. The last couple of days, I've learned so much. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't even try, to be honest. I don't. I just do what I like to do, and I do that. And if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I don't get overcomplicated. I think that's my success.
Welcome back, Rich.
How are the aliens, Rich? What are they doing to you, man? They're not probing you anally, are they? You know. Hope not.
Oh,
There we go. I had to cut that down here a while ago.
still left.
Pat, you getting any rain yet?
Yeah, we've had it all day today, and had a few thunderstorms here and there, and then kind of calms down. And then, well, wish we had flat ground here, but I don't like getting my feet wet, and then I had to take all my shoes and change shoes, socks, and everything. And oh gosh, sucks.
We have rain right now, probably coming your way.
Yeah.
So
We had 104 degrees today. No rain in sight.
Hang on the bottom though.
But yeah,
I told my lawn mowing guy, don't come. You're going to butcher my grass if you mow it. So
oh
leave it
gosh,
alone.
yes.
So,
No.
Got
so
more.
Patrick, what are you going to do? What's your next step in your odyssey?
well, since me and her talk about the topic we was on, since me and her talked, because I know Ken asked me this question. If she came here, would I marry her? Well, yeah, I'd marry her, you know, and I just basically kind of told her, I said that, you can go to work, you can do whatever you want, this and that, and I said, you probably get the enjoyment, going to work, And, I actually told her after me and her had broken up, I broke up, and I said, well, I basically moved on. Well, now, next minute, she comes back and calls me on a video call, starts crying, saying, well, I want you back. She's been saying that all along. I was like, well, you did what you did. You went out, cheated. Well, she went off to, what do you call it, a titty bar, there in the Philippines. Yeah,
Like,
sure did. And, come to find out, that she met a guy from UK, but he started coming to find out from his sisters they didn't like him either, and the sister said they told my girlfriend, which would be their sister, they said you should have stuck around with Pat. He's a good man. He goes, out of all the men that you've been with, his sister started we call it scolding her there, And his sister video called me, told me what they had said to her. And she went to a bar and worked there and started stripping. And the guy was paying her money through the top bras there, getting naked in the nudity bar. And then asked her to go to UK or wherever it's called, and he wanted her to get into pornography. And she refused it. So she quit her job. She got scared. I said, see what your sisters try to tell you? Stay away from people like that. No, she didn't listen. Yeah. But, the aunts and uncles has been on her tail end, saying, well, you found a good man, but you messed it up. Yeah.
all right,
But that's it.
let's unbox some of this.
Dave's got deep thoughts on this.
I always have deep thoughts. That's why they call me the deep thinker. Oh, my goodness gracious, great balls of holy fart fires. So I actually, and you guys all know this, and I say this publicly thousands of times, I have no problem with women or men doing whatever it takes to make a living. I just don't. I don't give a crap what you've had to do in your life to make a living. That, to me, that doesn't define you. It defines how you made money at that point in time in your life.
Yeah.
If I could make money being a stripper, I would.
Right.
When I go and do it, I get arrested and it doesn't work out. Just saying. So I don't have a problem with that. And we got a visitor in the house.
How's it going?
Yes, there's a
Hold
troublemaker.
up, wait. That. Hello?
Hello.
Hold up.
All right. So,
Oh,
Jamie, you know it's true. You know it's true. So, there's a couple of questions I have. One, obviously, it's clear to state that she would prefer you to come over to the Philippines, bring your American dollar to the Philippines. There's no question about that. Two, if you brought her to America, one, do you have the funds to bring her to America? Because an airline ticket's going to run you $3,500 round trip, or I mean one way or whatever. So what are you up to, Solinder? Good to see you. young man.
Yo.
How's it going, Solinder? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to see y'all.
Yeah.
How you doing? How's your leg? How's your
Yes.
head? How's your body?
What? Who? What?
Said, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, Dave. Thanks for asking.
All right. The girlfriend still putting up with you?
Unfortunately, yes.
Poor girl. We have a lot of pity and sympathy for her. So,
Of course you do.
I know. So, Patrick, if you, one, do you have the cash available, the money that is, and of course, the desire to bring her over? You know,
Yeah.
okay, how much is going to cost you? Do you really believe that she would make an excellent wife by your definition? Or do you think every dollar she made, she would send back
Not a whole lot.
kids
Came
and
home from soccer
grandkids?
practice. I came home from soccer practice a couple hours ago, so better.
Doing better? Nice.
Weak.
Mm.
Good.
So those are the things I would ask Patrick is, do I
Unfortunately.
believe she would be a productive member of my society, or would she be a draw on my world?
Mm.
Because at this point in time, it's a business deal,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Because you guys aren't swooning over each other. You're not madly in love and writing letters for years and pining away for each other.
Right.
It's a business arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Ken says he's a miracle. He's being quiet.
Kind of nice.
All right. Richard, what do you have to say about that? Anything?
No.
No? All right. So, Linder, how about you? What do you got? What advice can you give us today? Anything? Any words of wisdom, Soul Linder? Can you hear me, Soul Linder? You may be muted.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do, Patrick?
Well, the thing is, I told her, here online tonight, I said, to her here online, I said, well, if you don't want to come, that's fine. But, I told her, I said, I can't still send you any money. Yeah.
There's Meme is in the house. Good to see you. I wouldn't send her any money either.
Yeah.
Memes, hello to you. Here's what I would say is right now I don't know, Patrick.
Right.
I would have to see this as a business arrangement, meaning I would, for
Don't
me,
give
if
up
I
on
was in
yourself
your
easily.
situation,
Uh-huh.
what'd you say, Soul Linder?
Don't give up on yourself easily. Keep striding.
Right.
Yeah.
Agree.
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, how dare you?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to
Hello,
go
Ken.
through. I'll have to go outside. Hang on.
All right. So my big question would be, what is she going to bring to the table? She's broke up with you, and then you wanted to get, yeah, she broke up with him and went out and did some hooking, some whoring, some bar girling, some money making, and now she's like, well, shit, I'm not going to have a good life in the Philippines after all. What do I do to have a better life?
Right.
Let me call Patrick and see if Patrick will give me money to support me while I live in the Philippines, or if I can convince him to bring me to America. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her she could come here and work with my sister. My sister could have gave her a job at a bar and grill. Could have done anything. Yeah. Cooking. Just, yeah. Little everything. Yeah.
I don't send any money either. The only thing I can do is buying a beach house for me. Yes. I'm still waiting. I don't know where that damn beach house is. Keep promising. It's not
Oh,
working.
man.
Solinger has his own form of beach house. Jamie says you look content, Kenneth.
Kind of relaxed, kind of nice.
Jamie's asking you the question, Patrick, and I want you to hear her question.
So what is it, Jamie?
I'm going to read it to you. Okay, Patrick. So what's going to stop her from doing that here if she comes to America? What's going to stop her from taking your money and running off?
Hang on just a second.
And wasting your time, dumping you, treating you like crap, going to work at a bar as a titty girl? What is she going to? Is she trying?
Hang on, guys. My connection.
That's a good question, actually, that Jamie asked. Think about it.
Well, I've trained Jamie very well.
Yeah, I'm having trouble, guys. I'll be right back. Hang on. It's back.
Oh, you're there. So can you read Jamie's question on the screen? So she's asking, what's going to stop the girl?
I'll be right back. Hang on. Give me a second.
So you're putting it on both StreamYard, which is actually going out over YouTube. Is that something you're manually doing, or is that set up to do that automatically?
When you start a StreamYard, it allows you to pick where you want to stream it to. You can choose nothing or Facebook or YouTube, and you can have multiple YouTube accounts set up. But if you're on the basic level, you only get to choose one of your accounts, period.
Okay.
Whether it's Facebook or YouTube, you only get to pick one. And as you set it up, it pops up and says, where would you like to stream this to? And you got to have somewhere to stream it to. Otherwise, it's a private live stream. And it's only by invitation only then. Tim's in the house. Tim, good to see you. Everybody say hello to Tim.
Yo.
Patrick says, my connection. Hello, Tim, everybody. Jamie saying, so I'll just be honest and say the strippers run in my family. And I was actually told my biological mother was a stripper in the 80s. Nothing wrong with that. My sister, who passed away last year, used to be a stripper, and my niece was. Well, at least they had jobs. Real comms corner. Hello, Tim. Did you guys say hello to Tim?
Hey.
Real Cosmic Crusader. Hello, everybody.
Yes. Crusader is a gentleman that I shared the link to. That
Thank
I
you for
personally
doing
know.
that. Is he a fine young gentleman?
Oh, maybe.
No
Maybe
vote of
for him.
confidence there. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he's the pretty well known gentleman that I've had on my end of YouTube for a while.
Okay, good. We're happy to have him. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the channel, by the way.
Yes.
Jamie says, what I have learned from my sisters was that, there's always a story. There's always a way to get a guy to feel bad for you and to put money on a card. Amen to that. Ken says, hello. Patrick says, I'll be back. I got to go pee.
Yeah, he's blaming on the internet.
That's
By the way,
right.
congratulations. You're just shy of 7,000 subscribers.
Am I?
6.9. I don't know what the, I don't know, is it 900 or 999? I don't know, but you're getting there. I mean, it's cool. Congratulations.
Am I? Where does it say that? Oh, yeah, something.
Right underneath your name.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Well, I am making a little money. I mean, the money's starting to pour in, ant over ant. I was going to say fist over fist, but it's more like little ant over little ant.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
So, but we're trying. We're making headway. I turned down some offers today for some corporate stuff, and it kind of goes against my policy to turn down money, but I did. Jamie says, I was offered a job back in 2007 being a stripper on the phone. What, Jamie? Oh, let me reread that. I don't believe that. Oh, Jamie, I'm just torturing you. Come on, let's fuss again. Yeah, as I have said, and I think everybody can agree with me on this, and I know you will because I'm brilliant, that men are idiots. Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe.
I was just having this conversation with a classmate of mine tonight, as a matter of fact. You're right.
Solinder knows what I'm talking about. He knows his girlfriend can get him to do any damn thing she wants.
Maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Besides, don't damage myself, basically.
There you go. See? She
Do you
runs.
think though that I don't plan on being around to see it, but do you think as we keep evolving that men will eventually not be idiots, or are we always going to be idiots?
Men are always going to be idiots when it comes to women.
Okay.
No. Meme says American are the best people that we could hope for on the planet. And he admits that people that live in Europe lick their butts. Oh, meme. That's gross. Come on, man. Don't be talking that trash on here about you Europeans licking your own butts. That's not very nice. We like you guys better than that. We would never consider you guys butt lickers, you know.
So I got a quick question for Rich. Rich, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you have to leave Zoom to join, or did you choose to leave Zoom? I'm on both right now, believe it or not.
Yeah. I chose because I thought you had.
Okay. I mean, I find it's kind of cool. My attention's on StreamYard, obviously, but Zoom is running. So, all right, cool. Just wondered.
Why does it keep on, keeps on getting bigger, and it cuts me off and the other one in the bottom. There's the menu or something is across the bottom.
Oh, I think it's the chat, but it's cutting you off?
You mean like this?
Yeah. Not like that, but now it's off. I mean, now it's.
Yeah, but it moves you up, and it replaces it's a lower third is what it's called, but it moves you up, and it's good. Yeah, it scares me. I actually know the terminology now as well. I got to stop.
Well, the chat is okay, but without the chat on here, it moves us. On mine, it moves.
So I got a question for David, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
That'd be if David doesn't mind. Are you limited to how many people you can have on your panel and going out over the live stream at one time?
6 on the panel. You could have all you want on the live stream total.
But you can only have 6 up
On
at one time. Okay.
If you
Is that on the free version, or is that across the board?
Yep.
What about the paid version?
I think you can have up to, I want to think 12.
Sounds about right, because I think you're right about that, Dave.
You think I'm right? Yeah, I think it's 12.
Here, I can show. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, one of the reasons I use Zoom is we've had 22 people up on the panel at one time. I can have up to 100. I'm never going to get it. But
yeah, and I understand that, but my question would be, why would you want to?
Oh, I know. It would be such confusion. You and I have talked about this privately, and it would be a mess. It would be.
Right.
And it would be like I said, it'd be bragging rights. That's all,
Yeah.
Okay, so the most you can do is 15 people.
Okay. On the paid. Tim says he's having a wonderful time in the Philippines. No internet, no cable television for 16 hours. I got internet back, but I got a brownout. And immediately when I got my internet back, I had to go to David's live stream.
No. So, yeah, because, it looks like, 15 is your most you can do. The most popular is 15 people. Backstage pushes, you know what I mean.
Version? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the weird things I've always wondered about.
Because it used to be called Blackboard when I was teaching college. And I could literally have my 50 students on a monitor. And I could do just like Zoom does. It was just more for educational purposes.
Yes.
So, but even as a teacher leading the classroom, I always thought, man, this is a pain in the ass.
No, I'm sorry. Zoom, I absolutely hate with a passion.
I have my moments with it.
I'm only saying that because granted, my producer and I, that's how we basically had to do content back in the day when the pandemic had to start.
Hmm.
But granted, those days are gone, and granted, I'd rather be on Microsoft Teams. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I
Teams
don't
is not
think.
bad.
Yeah, I've
That
been
or
on there a
Google
couple
Meet.
times.
Or Google Meets, I guess.
Yeah. Jamie says, I love David StreamYards. He's the greatest streamer in the whole entire world. He is so much easier to follow. Oh, wait, no, that's not what she said.
Let's just say I'm
Because-
hoping to get back into streaming soon. That's all I can say. I've been in a lot of backpedaling of stuff.
Why? Why you been a slacker? Step up to the plate, young man.
I'm aware, Dave.
All right. Just saying.
Don't worry. I've been taking precaution of realizing what I want to stream and when I want to stream it.
That's good. That's good. Jamie really said, I love StreamYard, so much easier to use than Zoom. I think it is too. One.
I mean,
go ahead.
I will say Zoom. I mean, granted, if you're streaming, I guess it's fine. But granted, also, I never really used it for streaming. I mostly use it for my content making back in the day. So, I guess it's where I backpedaled. I mean, I know for a fact. I mean, Matt, when I did my reaction channel, my producer and I, we did, of course, through Zoom. Kind of another reason why I backpedaled a lot of my channel because granted, I don't know how I want to be able to make the content. Because I'm still, of course, struggling to find software to use to stream or edit, I guess you can say. Speaking of that, yeah, because mind you, I'm actually going to show this. This is my first time actually going to show you this day. Hold on. This is the thing I'm running with, as you can tell.
A black box?
No, this laptop that you can see.
Aces.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go. All
This
right.
thing runs very, very slow. This is the thing that I've literally the one thing that's been dragging me to the point that I've been struggling of editing and everything like that. I'm lucky enough to even have a phone that can, of course, do the nitty gritty of everything. But granted, it's still very difficult because granted, I don't have the proper laptop to do such thing.
Well,
And another reason why this laptop also sucks is because, as you guys can tell right here, I had to plug in a webcam and put it right here because the webcam of this thing it does not work.
well, there's a couple things I'll say. One, I do think Zoom is not designed for social media growth. I don't think that's the purpose of it.
Right. It's not.
Never its intended use. StreamYard is for that. Secondly, I would encourage you not to worry about your technology. Use your phone, and if you go to YouTube and use YouTube, there's enough editing software that's free on YouTube that you can muck through pretty easily.
Well, and I mean, it sucks because I've realized over the year, where some of these videos I've been making, I've been having to go backpedaling of using CapCut. And I don't want to literally have to use that all the time if I don't have to.
Why not?
Because I would want to explore other, I guess, opportunities,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Tim says classes online do not help students learn. Well, Tim, what I'll say about that, because I did teach online classes. It's not my favorite thing to do, or wasn't my favorite thing to do. But I want to say I disagree with you. I do think it's a method for good education. Do I think it is good as having a class one-on-one, face-to-face? Absolutely not. But I think if you're creative enough with online classes, which is what Blackboard was really good at, it gave us a whole lot of educational tools that you would never see on StreamYard that would allow us to do on classes better than you thought they were. So did I like doing them? No, but since they paid me to do it, I did it. But I do think they are a tool for education. Is it what I would prefer? Not really.
I will say, I guess it just depends on the subject, I guess, and what you mean. I will say out of perspective, granted, I have friends that are in college-wise, granted, not myself yet, but I guess if it comes down to the level of being college, if it's an online class, it's fine. But like, if you're in my perspective now, granted, you guys, I'm also talking as a perspective of a generation that literally, as I said before, I graduated during the pandemic. First high school days of 2021 was online. So like, if you're like in that high school, middle school, elementary, it'd be very difficult. But like, if it's college based, I mean, as I said, it worked wonders.
Mhm.
I will say it works absolute wonders. Unless you're a person that can adapt of being like homeschooled and doing your online classes, I mean, another major plus. But if it's like every single class, as I said, prime example myself, that's what I had to do back when, of course, the pandemic itself was around. Because granted, every single class had to be online. Because granted, all that good nature. So it just that's all I gotta say about online classes for students.
Tim, in college, we do actually interact. The students have to interact with each other, and how we do that is like breakout sessions. Have you ever heard of that term?
Yep, that's what if I remember right, that's what Zoom has too. Because sorry interrupting you so much, Dave, but if I remember back in the day, like for like high school and stuff, like if we had to talk to the teacher, after like the class, quotation class, because granted, it was online, we would just have our own, like everybody else would leave. Granted, like if no one else had questions, you would be able to actually go in a breakout session, be like, okay, we're gonna have our one-on-one moment before everybody else comes. Like everybody else can be in the main room, but then afterwards, you'd just pop back in and of course all that nature.
Well, and what I mean, Tim, and everybody's listening is, and thank you all for the thumbs up, is for instance, I would take Richard and I would take Ken and I would say, or 4 or 5 other people, I'd put you guys together and say, I need you guys to go research and put together a PowerPoint presentation collectively on machine guarding. And you're going to come back and present it. So they can work offline studying the subject matter. They do breakout rooms. You can also do a full classroom where I got all 35 students sitting in front of me and raise their hands, ask questions, just like they're sitting in front of you.
Yep.
Is it more difficult? Yeah, you really can. But you can interact with each other. Students can interact with each other, and they can interact on the big panel, and then they can have one-on-ones with the instructor. Meme says it definitely depends on the subject. If you're looking for a label and how to publish your music online, you are right at my address. I didn't know I thought you were homeless. How do you have an address? I thought you were homeless, my friend. Come on, man. But it does. There's certain things that do better online than others. There's no question about it.
I mean, as I said, for me, I will say, as I will bring up numerous times, during the pandemic, I will say every class was difficult. Besides, I guess, my math class. Mind you, my very last math class I had in high school, it was probably the easiest, even though it was a little difficult because, granted, I did not only have the pandemic, of course, wise, but there was also 4 of us. But we also had, of course, a substitute teacher that, mind you, we were hit and miss of being able to actually see the main teacher himself. Because again, he was gone for mostly half the year. So I will say that my math class was probably the easiest online, but probably my most difficult one. And I say that with great passion because, granted, I still look back at it and wish I could relive it successfully without doing it online, was theater in high school.
Meme is asking, well, how do you know I am homeless? Well, don't you live in Europe? Isn't everybody in Europe homeless? You guys don't even have air conditioning, Oh, I got to pick on the Europeans because they were bitching and complaining about their heat wave earlier this year and how they don't have air conditioning. Well, woohoo, we have air conditioning. Sorry, we can afford air conditioning. I'm sorry for picking on you.
Before I forget, Dave, I feel like I'm going to forget to tell you this, but I also have regionals for soccer this weekend. So
congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to be successful in your endeavors?
I hope so. I got to be up by 5 in the morning.
All right, well, don't be a damn slacker now. Don't disappoint me.
No promises. I'm kidding.
No, don't do that. Get a haircut. You look like Shaggy or something.
Hey, now. That's why I'm wearing my cap there, Dave.
There you go. Tim is asking, can students interact with each other? Can everybody hear the question? Yes. So it's structured that way. Even on Zoom, if you have a good leader, everybody shuts up, just like in a classroom. I give my lecture, and then somebody raises their hand and says, excuse me, oh master and Lord of the universe, teacher of mine, I have a question and only you can answer it. And they will ask their question, and I will instead of blessing them with my knowledge, I will ask the audience who has an answer, who can tell Ken the answer to his question. So that causes engagement even online. Hope that helps a little bit. Jamie's back in the house. He says, it was very convenient since I was studying at home away when the Madeline had to go do online classes during certain times. However, she missed one-on-one interaction. I agree with that. I think what school is really good for, to be honest, is the social function. That's what school does well, is the social function, the human connection, is what I believe. For good or bad. So, Rich, how long has it been since you've been out of school?
I don't even know. Too old?
Yeah, Rich, tell us about the Civil War days.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to think about that one for a week or two.
All right, so I don't need to think about mine. I'll tell you that one. Kurt still goes yesterday when I got out of school.
I want to pick on the Europeans because they pee everywhere. A tiny bit since Meme is in the house. I thought it was funny. Meme, I want you to hear this. I thought it was funny after all of your people left the United States, went back to Europe, and went, oh my God, America's the greatest place on the world. It's the best food, the best people. It's the best. When everybody came here thinking it was the worst. But I thought it was funny. When you guys had a little bit of a baby heat wave, there were people on the internet saying, Americans could never survive the heat wave. Well, I hate to tell you this, Americans are just smarter. We turn on the air conditioning. Hello, we're just smarter. We fixed the problem. Heat wave.
So Dave, I got something to tell you. It came as we speak. Girlfriend says hello, by the way.
Thank you.
She just sent me a message to say that you say hello. So
nice.
She wishes she could say hi actually in chat, but I'm supposed to tell you from her. So.
All right. We'll believe you this time.
And
I'll believe you this time.
Gee, thanks. No, she's trying to make me laugh as we speak. Literally, she's texting me on the side hustle, and that's why I'm looking away so much because, she's chatting on the side.
What she's really doing is spying on you.
Yeah, no way, unfortunately. Investigation 101, I guess.
Jimmy says, I don't have to worry about pickup lines, drop-off lines, or talk to the teachers, or cleaning the driveway through snow with online courses. Yes. Tim says, oh, that is cool. I did not know that. Yeah, so a line is not as horrible as it seems. I think it's not my preferred methodology, but that's why in the mornings at 10 a.m., I've been doing my online teaching. We start a new book on Friday, by the way. And tomorrow we don't do a 10 a.m. live stream because I got to go to the doctor and have my neck operated on. They're going to try to replace my head with somebody smart. But Friday we're going to get back and do a new book. So.
Oh no, I'm not reading.
Yes, I actually read the book for you, make it easy. Then I just tell you the good parts of it that you need to know.
Okay.
And how you can apply them to modern day social media. So this is business strategies from the 60s, 50s, 70s, 80s, and then before the internet. And I'm reimagining them and reinterpreting them so young people like yourself can be successful in social media land.
All right, well, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to get back on call with her.
All right, buddy. Tell her we said hello.
Well, she is watching, so don't worry.
Hello. Everybody
Right.
say hello to Solinder's girlfriend and tell her
Yes.
thank you for putting up with him.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know it's okay. I'll be paying the punishment probably soon.
We all do. Trust me. We've all had girlfriends and wives. We've all have suffered.
Yes. All
We
right.
feel
You guys
we
take
feel your
care. I'll
pain.
still be
All right.
watching. Me and her will watch in the background. Don't worry.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Nice meeting you.
Meme finally admits that Americans are the greatest in the world. We already know that. You're preaching to the choir, so to speak. So there you go.
I saw that.
Yeah. At least he acknowledges it. It's good when you acknowledge your faults and your shortcomings. So if Richard was talking about how he's covered up now, it's because there's less people. So we could do a different layout like this, or a layout like this, or like this, maybe like that, or like this, or we could do this, and do this.
Now, the one where it's just you, is that just you, or when someone speaks, will they take your place?
No,
It's just you then.
just me, the master.
Yeah, Zoom's got one called Speaker, and I don't like it. It's crazy.
Right, and it does this. Yes.
Yeah.
Jamie says, however, I hated the fact that even with the school gave us Chromebooks and the Chromebooks didn't work with the school work provided, ended up buying a PC to get, that's the sad thing. A lot of people have been bought and sold on technology in public schools, but they don't have the infrastructure to run it. And the technology is kind of like a scam. Trust me on this. I've been involved in some bids of companies that wanted us to provide their product to our college students. The doctor is going to install new bolts so you can recharge. I need that. I need a new charging station. I do. Some of the links don't work. Yeah, there's a problem. A lot of online links have problems. I learned that early on when I was doing PowerPoints that had links in it, and how you do a PowerPoint presentation. And then if I want to show a safety video while I'm during my lecture, I click on a link. Sometimes those links work and sometimes they don't. The students would send me links to their homework and all of that. And sometimes their laptops or desktops or their iPhones and stuff would not be compatible with Blackboard. So Linder says, Dave, she told me that I am lucky that she loves you. You are. You are lucky that somebody loves you, man. I'm telling you. Have you looked in the mirror? You haven't had you haven't had a haircut in a couple of weeks. Oh, he knows I'm just torturing him. So. But I actually, I don't know. I don't mind StreamYard, but, I've done Zoom calls for business meetings and things. Just not my cup of tea. But I think it has its purpose. I think they all have their purpose, right? And it depends on kind of what you're used to. Back in the day, we had a thing called Viber. You guys remember Viber? Viber, was it? Viber? It was like a purple color. And when you're muted, kid. You're still muted. Nobody can hear you.
Did you still, Mike? Dave?
Say it again.
I muted my mic. I was asking the guys on Zoom a quick question. Could you still hear me on the StreamYard?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting that I can be on both. I can't have the camera, obviously. We discussed that, but that's kind of cool.
But I can mute you myself.
Now, can you mute me again? I would like to test something. Okay, I can unmute myself then
I
as
tried.
well. Okay. Yeah, Zoom has that as well. Now, can you turn off my camera in StreamYard? See, Rich, I'm fair about what I do. I really am, believe it or not.
Well, on StreamYard, I can edit your name. I can call you a funny name. I can edit your mic settings. I can kick you from the studio. I can ban you from the studio.
So do you put me back in the waiting room or you just completely kick someone out?
I think if I kick you from the studio, you go back to the waiting room.
Okay. Do you also have the option that if you really wanted to kick someone out, you could kick them completely out of the meeting?
Absolutely. That's called, and that's in red. It's called ban from the studio.
And is that a one-day thing or why this is live or is that forever?
No, I think it's case by case.
Okay. I want to test something. I'm going to turn my camera off. Okay, that's interesting. It goes to whatever that is.
Okay, mute him. And then say Jamie is the best of the best of the best of the best. She is indeed. It's another perk of StreamYard. It is. And I could even unmute somebody if I chose to. So even if Rich wanted to be muted, I could unmute him, at least from my side. So Tim is getting nice and hot in the Philippines, he says. He's having a brownout.
Yeah.
You can change your styling in StreamYard if you wish to do that, like from classic to this style, to more of a minimum style, to block lettering. You can choose to show names or not to show names. You can do small text, a little bitty. You can do much larger text like that. I just choose default. You can upload stuff.
That's kind of cool.
It is. Rich, what is the black piece of furniture behind you? It looks like a couch. Zebra pillows.
I know what it is, but it's more whiter than black. It's the couch, which is actually a trauma bed.
Ah. It's like a day bed with a trimble under it, huh?
Yeah, you could, or a couch.
Like a futon?
It's
a couch.
Yeah. pull the bottom part out and I mean, yeah.
Tim says his brownout was 30 minutes there in the Philippines. All right. Well, that's not too bad. I remember brownouts lasting for days in the Philippines when we lived there. Help, help. She's hitting me. Well, you probably deserve it. Patrick's back in the house. You know, Patrick, if your video, your edit, whatever what do you call that? The internet. Hang on. Here's the link again if anybody wants to use it. Very cool. I like the design on it. Jamie says she likes your furniture. Very nice. You never say that about my furniture. I'm very nice, Jamie. Pat's back in the stage.
Yeah.
There's the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, Jamie. Welcome back. Yes, yes, yes.
Welcome back, Pat.
Yeah, thank you, Ken. Is the wind pretty calm up there where you're at, Ken, or is it kind of rough?
It is now. We had a storm move through a little bit ago. Dropped a lot of rain, a lot of wind. And I think we got more coming in later tonight.
Yeah.
Like dark 30, 4 in the morning ish.
Right.
We don't need it. I mean,
yeah, that's
nobody.
what's kicking me out tonight. Yeah.
Jamie likes my furniture better than Rich's
I
furniture.
will be right back.
You got to go pee because he's old. He can't hold it very long. You know how old people are. She's tickling me, so Linda says. So, Patrick, back onto your situation. What do you want to do? What are you going to do? That's the question. I know what logic dictates, but that doesn't mean that that's what you should do.
Right. And my thinking is just tell her, I moved on, and that's it, Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I can tell her, I just can't trust her now,
Well, Tim is recommending that Solinder tickle her back. I think that's what they're doing. They're playing a tickle. I know it sucks, Pat, because you would like to get remarried again, but I think you got to have higher standards.
Yeah.
You got to keep your standards.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I'll be planning going to the Philippines here next year, going to see the one from Milligan. I've been talking to her for about a year now, and she hasn't asked me for any money or anything, which is good.
Right. And the fact that you have another fish on the line, you can let that one go.
Yeah.
Because you've had her reeled in one other time and you saw that she was a defective fish.
Yeah.
Amy says, honesty is the best policy. Absolutely. Hey, she's telling me I had to behave tonight or I'm getting dog food for breakfast. Well, you probably deserve dog food. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you guys, I catch a lot of shit for what my dog eats because apparently my dog eats better than a lot of humans eat. So are you talking about, what kind of dog food are you talking about? A lot of people would be very happy to eat my dog's dog food. All fresh ingredients, cooked well, high quality ingredients. Dog food with eggs on top. There you go. I wouldn't be worried about dog food. I would be worried about what she wouldn't give me. That's what I would be worried about. So. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of holy park fires.
I think Pat said the right thing. I think it was Pat that I heard say that you've lost trust in her.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's a big thing. Now, if she were to move back here and let's say move somewhere else in Columbus and you guys, casually saw one another here and there, maybe try to build that back up.
Right. Right.
But I understand the lost trust, and my philosophy is if she did it once, chances are she'll do it again.
Yeah.
So, that's always got to be in the back of my mind anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think you had set yourself up for disaster.
Yeah.
Be passionate. Eggs is good. So Linder said that he's giving his girlie a dog bone. No, the girl's going to give him a dog bone. You might want to think about the order of operation in that sentence, my friend. I really like dog food, the German says. My German dog loves her dog food. Let me tell you, I gave her duck the other day for the first time. Holy crapping butt farts. Her little butt was wiggling and giggling like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing in the world, fresh duck meat. So.
It's just like you and I had this topic, Brother David, when I went to my doctor and asked her about living in the Philippines, and she says, Pat, she says, I'll give you my best advice to give you. She goes, have any of your friends give you any advice? I said, yes. She says, since you've had that mini stroke, and plus with your health issues, she says, I wouldn't advise you to live in the Philippines. And which I took that advice seriously.
I totally agree.
And she said, if you do go, she goes, what was you to do if you had a heart attack? No way back. I'm like, oh God, that's scary.
And as much as we all like the Philippines, I got to tell you guys all, you have to really understand that if you're not in good health in the Philippines, your life is going to suck. You go down a bad road in the Philippines, you're going down a bad road and you're going down it hard.
Yeah.
Our German friend eats dog food every day. Tim says German ice cream is good. Let me ask this question because this is a great question. I know what gelato is and how it's a little bit different than traditional ice cream. How is German ice cream different from any other ice cream? And that's a serious question. I don't know. What is the difference in German ice cream versus American? I mean, American ice cream is usually fake, not real ice cream anymore. And let's say it was real ice cream and it was real German ice cream. What's the difference in the two?
Could it be like Asian beer versus American beer and it's lukewarm? I'm just asking.
Then it wouldn't be ice cream. Jamie says, I think more than anything, you should set her up for temptation because she knows that she's already cheated on you. Yes. And if you brought her to America, she would not. That's right. Jamie's correct. What Jamie is saying, and I'm going to paraphrase it. Well, if you took a cheater back, she's going to know. It's almost like saying, I accept what you did to me, and I'm okay with it. But now I'm going to bring you to America where you got a much bigger pool of people that you can go and do this with. So I agree with what Jamie is saying. You're giving permission for them to continue that bad behavior. And so Jamie's absolutely correct. Ken says, Jamie, it's the first time in 12 years, but you made a damn good point. Ken, be nicer. Jamie's a mama. She's raising babies. You got to have empathy and sympathy. We have nothing here. I don't know what ice cream means. I'm really serious about that question. You know what gelato is, because I know you go to Italia land. So German ice cream is made with real cream. Well, we have real cream ice cream in America. You just can't buy it at Walmart.
Can't find sugar-free ice cream at Walmart anymore either.
They had sugar cream ice cream?
They used to.
Oh,
no longer do they?
Yeah, we used to buy it from my grandfather, who was a diabetic back in the 80s. We did. Yeah, I remember it. It was not great, but I remember it.
Yeah.
Made with real cream. Meme, all the way from the land of Germans, said, we don't have any cream. We don't have any cows. We had to eat all of our cows during the war, so we have no cows. 12 years, I know, Jamie. It's pitiful. I'm sure Charlie, where did Jamie go? I'm sure Charlie had to think of the pros and cons of being with me, even though we worked together at one point. I'm sure he did, Jamie. No offense. Because rarely, I will say this, and this is in all sincerity, there's only one person that I've ever met that didn't have to weigh the pros and cons to be with somebody, and that was my wife when she met me. She recognized, what she was getting, and the getting was good, let me just tell you. Worked together, but we were 19 years, that's all right. You know, my rule of thumb is 20 years. If you're 20 years or younger together, age-wise, you're perfect. And I really, really believe that part. Don't know what you're talking about. That's all right. That's right. You're German. What do you expect? We don't expect much out of you. Sugar-free ice cream, that's like non-alcoholic beer. Why bother? Wasn't it called, Ken, wasn't it called ice milk?
No, I think it was just called sugar-free ice cream.
I thought sugar-free ice cream was called ice milk for diabetics. Let me Google that.
Yeah,
I do also know right now you can actually get how's it like? Breyers puts an ice cream out that says no added sugars.
Yeah.
But there's a massive amount of sugar in that ice cream, but they don't add sugar. It's a twist of the no sugar added or no sugar free or whatever, but it still has sugar. And it, you know, I don't intake sugar. I don't, nothing. I watch my sugars. My issue, my problem are potato chips. Somebody needs to get rid of all the potato chips and I'll be fine.
Ice milk is a lower fat, lower calorie frozen dessert similar to ice cream, but it's not ice cream and it's not sugar free. You're right. But I remember having ice milk as a kid and it was gross.
Ken, since you're living in the, did your mom and dad move down there with, close to you down there?
No, my dad passed away in 2003, and my mom's in a memory care center about 6 miles away from me.
Okay.
I grew up on a farm in Eminence. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Over by Martinsville.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, and when I graduated in '77, my mom and dad decided they wanted to become hippies again at 40. So they sold the house and moved to Texas. Sold the house with everything in it. The dressers, the beds, everything. My stereo. I'm still mad about my stereo. But I'm thinking about doing the same thing. When I get the permission to sell this house, I'm thinking about doing the same exact thing because that just makes my move so much easier.
Yeah.
What's a cow? I thought cows were German women. I don't know. Am I wrong?
That's a good one.
I'm a troublemaker. I'm telling you. Jamie says, but when he met me, all 5 of his daughters had already moved out. And I said I was on my way to Missouri. And he said, well, because you guys met in Washington, if I remember right. He said, well, I guess I'm going to come with you. My children are grown, so let's do it, baby. Tim found out he's diabetic in 2019. Oh, what I just studied was there is natural sugar-free ice cream, but it's artificially sweetened.
Right.
With chemicals.
Right.
And one of the chemicals is the ones that cause diarrhea. I can't remember what it's called, but one of them what's in gummy bears. Oh. There's an artificial sweetener chemical in gummy bears that give you diarrhea. So if you go to Walmart and you buy a pack of gummy bears and you need to go to the bathroom, you'll go to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
It's almost like Taco Bell. It says, Ken, oh no. It is crazy. Well, when I win the lottery, I'm going to abandon this house. Just telling you, I'm not taking anything. Except for the wife, because she'll make me. You got to adjust the food take it as well, except for the potato. You got to get off those potato chips.
I'm working on it.
I mean, I love potato chips, and I will tell you, I think potato chips is one of the worst foods in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. As much as we eat them and they're everyday part of life, they are really bad for us. There's too many sodiums and salts and monoglucates and this and that in potato chips. Tim says sugar-free is flavor-free. I agree with that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Meme says, yes, you're right. We call our women cows, but they like it that way. They like it that way. They like getting their udders bounced up and down, don't they, Meme?
Yeah.
Aren't you guys famous in Germany for the big booby meanie, the big boob girls carrying the beer? Isn't that one of the things that you see on the internet?
Oktoberfest, yeah.
Oktoberfest, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And are they lederhosen or is that what the boys wear? You know how
I think the boys wear. I think you both men and women wear lederhosen.
Okay, and they carry around the big jugs of beer.
Yeah, man, I love being stationed in Germany. That was, oh man. If I'd have went to Germany, my first duty station instead of South Korea, I'd probably still be in Germany today. It was really nice.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't want to go to Germany just because Meme is there. No, I would go there just to hang out with him. Yep, we were in Washington. I was offered an assistant manager position at my work right before we left with forklift certification, but they were only wanting to give me $3 more an hour, which wasn't worth it saying. I don't know. I can tell you about forklift certification and what the skinny is on that. I used to be an expert in that matter. Enjoy potato chips once every 6 months. I enjoy potato chips once every 6 seconds.
About once a week. I've got it down to about once a week.
Yeah, we're doing better with them, to be honest. The one thing I'm proud of is not buying bread anymore. I'm making homemade breads.
Yeah, I don't make it, but I haven't bought bread in months.
So I'm making my own, and I'm making it with sugar, though. I'm making real bread. I mean, I'm not making diet bread. I am cutting the sodium way down.
Yep, my connection's going out.
Okay. I mean, I'm making just regular old bread, but I'm making my own fresh bread. And I like
Who's Pat's provider for his internet?
That's a good question. And maybe it's
Yep, be right back, guys.
All right, Pat.
All right, Pat, if you can hear us, we want to know who your internet provider is so we can call them up and complain. Meme says, we're famous here for small weenies and big bellies. I understand that. You know, I can relate to that from a German standpoint. You know, the good thing is, even though I have German heritage, that's not part of my life. Is Pat? Yeah.
In chat. I just wondered if he was monitoring it as well.
Well, he might be able to see it once he gets reconnected. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I didn't know if he's watching on the phone or not.
But yeah, I'm going to make some more bread this weekend, I think, or next Monday. I'm going to make some sourdough bread. I'm going to freeze, and I'm going to make some honey wheat bread that I'm going to put in the freezer too. So I'm learning now to make 2 or 3, 4 loaves and just freeze it and take it out when I need it.
Sure.
So, because when I bought the last loaf of bread I bought at Walmart, it lasted 3 weeks on my counter. It didn't get any mold on it.
It's a bit scary.
That's really scary. Really scary. And bread's super easy to make. So we're trying to do better. I need to have an excuse to make homemade pizza. But, you know.
It's another food I can't eat a lot of, and I love pizza.
Oh, God, me too. But here soon, we're going to invite some friends over for dinner on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to make homemade pizza as the dinner. So that'll give me a reason to do it. Tim says he's not a fan of sourdough bread. I like most breads, to be honest.
I don't like rye. I don't know why, but I
love rye bread.
Oh, man, I cannot stomach rye. I like sourdough dough. See, Rich, it's not just my show that I can't speak English. It's everywhere.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to make some. Look, here's the thing I am going to do. Is apparently when I announced on Facebook or showed a couple pictures, the fact that we made some homemade bread here, apparently there's Filipinas who got bent out of shape They got their little panties in a wad, and they, by God, had to come out and say, "Oh, I see somebody is trying to make bread now," because they're trying to sell their own Filipino bread. I'm not making the bread to sell it. I'm making it to eat it. So here's what I'm going to do, because I'm a butthead. I'm going to start making Filipino breads, and my bread is going to be better than their breads. And I'm going to give it away so they no longer have an audience to buy their damn breads. There you go. I don't eat my Wonder Bread. Yeah, Wonder Bread is the catalyst. And this is a true story. Wonder Bread is, in the grocery world, the catalyst that has driven our food industry to where it is, because they couldn't keep bread fresh on the grocery stores back in the 50s and the 40s. They couldn't do it. And Wonder Bread, when they came out, well, they wanted to keep their bread longer, so they put chemicals in it, preservatives. And they called it Wonder Bread because they put additives in it. And then they started using the word enriched to sell the stuff that was poison. That truly was the catalyst for everybody else to start making cereal and other things that never really expire. Jamie likes that kid. Tim likes hearty beefsteak. I love rye bread. Jewish rye, mixed rye. I like rye bread. I like honey oat bread, multi-grain bread. I like bread. But I'm going to make Filipino breads. And I'm going to show it on Facebook and say, if anybody would like some, just ask. You don't got to buy it. You know, try to tell me I can't make bread. My God. 9-grain bread, but I've been really cutting down on carbs since I've had the baby. But because losing weight has been so hard, trying to feed her and keep up with my calories I get it. You gotta have enough calorie to feed the baby, but you also want to drop some weightage from the baby weightage. So it's a happy balance at this time. But I'll tell you, the 9-grain bread that I bought at Walmart was the shit that lasted on my shelf, my countertop for 3 weeks. It never went bad. Because that's what I buy, is the 9-grain or the multi-grain. And the good quality one, like $5 a loaf. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. But every food's that way. I mean, we're trying to cook at home. Today I made chicken breast and chicken fettuccine is what I made. But I'm making noodles tomorrow. I just did the sauce today with a fresh chicken breast. So we're trying not to eat out as much. Plus, it's just, when you go to restaurants there these days, a lot of their food is just kind of weird, and it's like, I'm really upset about my candy. I used to like Reese's peanut butter cups, my go-to snack, peanut butter cup or candy. But now you can't eat that. It's disgusting. It no longer has peanut butter in it. It's just some kind of weird, fatty, oily peanut butter flavory shit.
I was shocked to see the sugar content in peanut butter.
Yeah. Peanut butter has a lot. Now, I buy the all-natural peanut butter. It's just literally peanut butter.
Right.
The one ingredient is peanuts. Seriously. That's what I buy. And we eat a lot of it. Meme says we don't do bread in Germany. I know you guys make homemade bread there. Wonder Bread from the USA. That's our trick. You know how the Japanese and the Chinese have tricked us into buying their shit and poisoning us? That's what we're doing to you guys in Germany. We're sending you our bad shit, telling you how great it is. So we're getting you guys all fat in Germany. You get it from Kirby's? I've never heard of that place. But yeah, Yeah, the salad kits are full of chemicals too. You would think when you buy just a thing of lettuce and this, no, you can't. That's the most disturbing thing is we cannot trust any of our food in America anymore. It all's laced it with chemicals. It is. It's horrible. Tim says, I enjoy peanut butter. I guess peanut butter, Tim, is an American thing. I saw a documentary, well, not a documentary, but there's a TV show out there called, his name is Josh Gates, Expedition Unknown or something like that. It's a really good television show. But there was a time on one of the episodes when they were up in the, was it the Andes Mountains where the Yeti lives, where the Nepal, those type of mountains? And they were doing an expedition up there, and they had a young lady who was from that region, and they brought peanut butter to eat as a protein source. And I thought it was really funny. They gave her some peanut butter on a piece of bread to eat, and she thought it was the most disgusting thing that this poor lady, the natives did not appreciate American peanut butter at all. It's probably kind of similar to why we don't, or how Americans don't enjoy Vegemite from Australia. Has anybody had Vegemite from Australia? A few years ago, and I don't recommend it? Yes. We have no clue what we're doing here. Depends on the U.S. At least you acknowledge that. Meme, once you start to acknowledge your shortcomings, you can grow and learn and stand on your own 2 feet and be successful in the world. Tibet. Okay, was it Tibet? All right. Yeah. Yeah. So that part of the land, they apparently had no appreciation for American peanut butter in any way, shape, and or form. But my God, I don't know how many tons of peanut butter we eat in America, but we must eat a shitload of it because most of it's eaten at my house. After I get done here tonight, I'm going to have some peanut butter. It's my midnight snack. I have a piece of bread with peanut butter on it. It's crazy. And the funny thing is when Lorelai first moved to America, all the way from the land of the Philippines, she wasn't into peanut butter. But now, there's times at 1 a.m. in the morning when she's off from work, I've gotten up and gone in the kitchen. I've seen her putting peanut butter on crackers. You know? But here's the bad thing, which maybe, well, at least to me, the other day, I bought some crackers that were like, I don't know, roasted tomato or something flavored, you know? And she's in there putting peanut butter on like the roasted tomato crackers. I'm like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
Were they Ritz by chance?
Yeah. Pat says, I am back. We were asking earlier, Patrick, who your internet service provider is. Bad connection. I just eat peanut butter with a spoon. I do the same. Just don't tell my wife, but I do the same. See, Ken was thinking. We will do our best. You know, Americans are very happy to share our knowledge, our wisdom, you know, with anybody who asks. We are. I like peanut butter. I do.
I do too. Comcast Infinity. Okay.
All right. Is that a good one or a bad one?
I haven't heard too many good things about them. When I first moved into this house in 2022, I called from Illinois and they said, oh yeah, you're good to go. You just show up and you'll have internet. Well, I got here and come to find out that I didn't have internet with Comcast. It wasn't connected. Found out there's a cut line. But the second guy that came out here, because I just don't accept the fact that you guys told me on the phone I'd have internet. I want someone else to come out, which he did. He was an older gentleman, and he come out and he said, yep, you can't get Comcast. It's going to be months. We got to rerun the line and this and that and the other. He goes, but why would you do that? You have now this is a Comcast guy. He goes, you have a hot AT&T connection at your house. He took me out there and showed me. I called AT&T. That was Saturday. I had internet on Monday. 1 gig up, 1 gig down. Beautiful.
Yeah, we don't have Comcast around here, but we have what's called Cox, which is horrible. And then we have AT&T. We have AT&T here. And we have the fiber optic that was ran to the neighborhood. Now, when we bought this, we had this house built while we were overseas. But when we got here, it did take AT&T probably a month to finish all of their work into this part of the neighborhood.
Yeah, it takes them a minute. I think what turned me off about it was the fact that I was going to have to pay for Comcast to reroute or put the line in.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I didn't cut the line. It was cut when I got here.
Yes. Well, and that was kind of the deal. What they told us was, say, look, because our neighborhood, we still had houses being built. They're like, we can hurry up and do it, but you're going to need to cover the cost. Or you can wait until the other houses finish, and then we'll come and do it anyway on both sides of the street. Like, well, we'll just wait.
Yeah, really.
Meme says, I am so grateful for any knowledge. Remember, we are a third world country. Well, Germany's not a third world country. I would say you're kind of like a low second world. You're not a third world country, though. We don't want to help you develop. We're afraid you're going to get nuclear weapons. Well, you guys already have nuclear weapons, don't you, in Germany? Is Germany a nuclear power? I think they are.
The best. I like you just changed your name, the best host ever.
You like that?
Yeah. I'm the second best.
Yeah, I try to have fun with things. When I do the membership drive, I try to make a funny thing out of that. When I do my goals, I try to not take things too seriously. For me, it works a little bit better. I don't know if it's going to make me any money, but it works a little bit better for my personality. It just I don't. And I don't care if people hate me. I don't really care. I know I talk to a lot of people who doing YouTube and social media, and they get bummed out about being attacked and all of that. And I just tell them, take a chill. Don't worry about it. Who cares? My morning live streams have covered a lot of that. Jamie says, Bruce is awake. I got to go.
Yeah, I got to be up tomorrow. I'll be able to catch yours. I'm actually going to remote into one of the homies' computers again in Pittsburgh and see if we can't figure out some things. Maybe you can shed some light on this. You don't use Nightbot at all, do you?
No.
When you stream? Okay.
Chat.
Well, he somehow has got 2 instances of Nightbot running, one of which I turned off, and then I deleted a lot of commands on the one we thought was active, but the commands are still showing up in his live stream. So clearly we didn't.
Correct.
I can't figure out where this other Nightbot's at.
Yeah, I have no clue. I used it a couple of times and went, oh, I don't like this. I just killed it.
Yeah, I've been in those shoes.
Yeah, I terminated its live services. But no, tomorrow morning I'm actually going to have my head cut off, so I won't be here.
Well.
But my next morning live stream will be Friday morning.
All right.
And then Friday night. And then Friday night I'm going to do a traditional 9:30 live stream, not a StreamYard.
Okay.
I'm only doing StreamYard on Wednesday nights. Other than that, I'm doing my traditional bullshit.
Friday's kind of up in the air for me because myself and a classmate of mine are going to go back to the town we grew up and graduated from because they have the annual fish fry. And then they had the tractor pull. So we're going to go get some fish and watch the tractor pull.
What kind of fish?
I'm sure it's hopefully cod. I don't think it's catfish. I hope it's cod.
Well,
they have other foods there as well, but
I like fish. I mean, I don't
like a hamburger.
Yeah, I like fish.
I like cod, I like halibut, and I like maui, but I can't afford any of it.
Yeah, I like all kinds of different fish. I just not a big fan of catfish.
Yeah, I've never liked catfish.
Germany invented nuclear weapons. I know what they did invent, which was the gas chamber.
Yeah, starting to rain again here.
I think.
Pat must not be in chat anymore.
We are a third world party. Please help us develop. No, you need to help me develop. Meme, you need a super chat. You never super chat anymore. You used to give us $100 every time you came on, and you don't do that anymore. Makes me sad. So now I got to talk trash about Germany. So if you would pay me not to talk trash about Germany, I would do it. Pat, yeah, it must be raining where Pat is again.
It's raining here again. It's my studio's right here. I can hear the rain, and
You're thinking of the strangers.
kind of cool.
Stranger danger. Danger, stranger danger.
Yeah.
How much longer you can go, Dave?
Just a couple minutes. Minutes. It's almost time for me to.
Welcome back, Pat.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Yeah, it's bad here tonight. Connection has been going out. It's like I was in the chat here about not too long ago. Is in the video with the guys. It just went out complete. I was like, man, what's the deal with it? It's went out a couple times. Yeah.
Well, here's what I want you to do tomorrow. I want you to call them. And I want you to tell them that I said for them to get their shit together.
Right.
That's what I want you to do. But anyhow, yeah, we've hit the 2-hour mark in my world, and I usually don't go much over 2 hours. So, but I will be live Friday morning. I'm going to be starting a new educational series about how to build your social media world, influence people by public speaking. And then Friday night, we're going to do what I call a traditional live stream for me on Friday night at 9:30. So, but why don't we jump off of here? Everybody can go to bed, get some rest.
I'm going back to Zoom. That I'm already there. Rich, I'm gonna beat you back to Zoom, by the way, because I'm there. Dave, thank you so much again for allowing me to be on here. I've enjoyed it.
Absolutely, appreciate you guys.
Take care, guys.
Rich, we appreciate you. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys Friday.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
See you later, Meme. Tim, we appreciate you. Jamie, we appreciate you as always. Meme, it was a pleasure having you back in the house. It's good to see you again, my friend. So, Jamie, take care.
Dave.
All
How do you get out of here? When I got it.